Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show. You have to let me know if you can hear me on Odysee. No sound. Always. What is it about that thing? Let me reset the stream real quick. It says it was successful. That's cute, Pastor. Here's what I can't hear. Alright, is it 5 by 5 everywhere else? I see people are watching on all of them. And of course I'm going to probably Hello, Cyborg over there on Rumble. Any better? Hello, Mr. Tizo. Any better? You got me now. That's weird. I'm going to start it all over again. Rumble's good. I don't usually have a problem with YouTube. Odysee does this to me every week. Am I not greasing the right palms here or what? Zoot Suit Cooter! Thank you for listening to me last night. Going to talk a little bit more about that tonight as well. I'm very upset about what they're doing to that poor lady I talked about. Okay, great. Odysee has finally caught up. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Chatelet. Appreciate you being here and everybody being here. Once again, welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to hear what you have to say. So call me in a few minutes. I'll tell you when, and tell them like it is. Of course, you know I'm LDGddss, your hostess. So call me in a few Welcome minutes. To the show, and there goes Odysee unmuting itself by itself once again. All right. All right. Let's see. Am I still muted? Tiso says I'm still muted. Russian bot says I'm 5 by 5. Tizo, that might be your computer, maybe? Or something? I don't know. Okay. Awesome. Everything's 5 by 5. Go, team, go. All right. Appreciate everybody being here. Fake news 5 by 5. All right. Badass Brad Allen. When you gonna move down to the States, bro? All right. Actually, yes, I was on ABL. I actually was nursing a headache, but I ended up hearing him, and I grabbed my phone, and because I heard him cover some things, which I don't want to talk about this. It doesn't deserve any of my attention or any publicity. The thing with Drew Barrymore, no. Basically, that... In a nutshell, she basically just knelt down to the patriarchy, and it was cringe as shit. It was disgusting. It wasn't necessary, and women don't act that way. Not unless they're, like, haven't seen each other in a really long time, or they're having a slumber party and they're drunk, or on some kind of weird drugs. Women don't act like that. Not to mention the fact, kneeling? Really? Really? Anyway, again, I wasn't going to go into all of that, but he covered some of that. Before I get into any of that stuff, let me get your plugs out there. Thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Pastor Chatelet, for the library coin. I appreciate that. You actually fund my show every week with what you do. That Brad Allen says he's a snow Mexican. Okay. Let's see. Adam, welcome to the show. Sergeant Tripod. And, of course, Mr. Tizo. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get some awesome memes. Russian bot. Everybody. I got everybody so far. Please make sure to share this with the world. I tweeted it. And, let's see. Kevin tweeted it as well. So, appreciate you. Share. If nothing else, that's a good way to help me out. In fact, so did Drunken Rocky. Don't forget to go and see his show after mine. 451 Actual, who's got the Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday show. The Icy Cyborg. I'll do anything for a paycheck. Drew Barrymore. Yes. Yeah. She's a part of the machine. She has been since she was, what, 4? So, yeah. What can I tell you? Thank you, Mr. Tizo. Shared on all the platforms that I'm allowed on. That's probably the same for me as well. For some of the things that I will say. And actually, I'm hoping you guys will stand behind me like I plan on standing behind this one lady that I'm going to talk to you about, which I talked about if you were on ABL's show last night. I'm actually surprised anybody recognized me. In fact, I got the same treatment by not being seen as I do when I actually do it through Skype. Everybody in the chat was asking whether or not I was a girl or a guy talking. It's like, one of his mods got on there and said, That's ldghwih. You remember she has a gravelly voice? Which I do, sometimes. Alright, Pastor Shadley, of course, thank you for being here, and I'm sure he's telecasting me to his pond. So hello, pond. Don't forget to drop on by. I love the count. Even if you just come over for a second, I love having over 100 views on the video when I'm done and everything like that. It's a great surprise. I can't wait till the end when I upload it, and it's like, that's when it shows me how many people have been here, and it's like, all right. I'm somebody now. Not really. I'm only the vessel for my Father. I have no opinions. Only thing that comes through me is supposedly, hopefully, what he wants. Red Dawn Radio, DJ Brandrek. Actually, what happened, DJ Brandrek? He says something about that they kicked him off of Odysee. Now I have trouble believing that. Did you like piss off the wrong programmer or something? I can't imagine you getting kicked off unless you did something like really, really bad. But you can catch him over there on pill.net. So he says. You got to let me know what happened with that, man. That's not cool. Ah. Oh, you played Married with Children? What? You couldn't just take it off or, fix it? They're just going to ban you? That's terrible. Skeletor, welcome to the show. It's going fantastic. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Johnny Engineer, welcome. New face in the crowd. Appreciate it. Hello, Hallie. Welcome, welcome. My voice is nasal. I'm always told to blow my nose. Well, if you don't need to, don't listen. Tell them to go blow it out their ass. You didn't stream anything really, really new, Brandrek? Like within 10 years? Nothing. Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that like a 20 or 30-year-old show already? Almost? Okay. Of course, the Drunken Rocky, again, don't forget to go and check him out. After the show tonight on the White Pill Experience, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll shit yourself. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes. I don't know. One of them does at least once or twice. I'm just kidding. Okay. Axe Truth, DJ Based. Kevin, of course, like I say, he was here earlier and told me that he shared everything for me. Appreciate that. Actually, I want to know, when are you up for a follow-up? I would love to have you on, and I've actually had some people email me and ask me how you're doing. So I'd love to do that again. That's crazy. That was crazy, and it was awesome. Everybody loved that. 2 Minutes to Midnight, Magical Trevor. Has anybody seen 2 Minutes to Midnight lately? I haven't seen him lately. Let's see. Reverend Rant. Some guy from Maine. And, of course, don't forget Rugaru. Not me being Town. For the Pure Blood schedule. Of course, according to this, it says Brandrek TV on Odysee. I guess you need to get with one of them to change your link on there, because I actually thought you were live and I was going to go and see you earlier and write to you on your page, but it came up as, there's nothing here, post something. People versus Preds. Thursday nights with Doctor and his wife, that's Dr. Natas. Me, of course, and Pastor Chatelet. Don't forget the Defend George Allen Kelly project at Give, Send, Go. That's the only advertisement you will see on this page. And, of course, you've got the Pure Blood TV Guide. If you get bored, and your favorite streamer isn't streaming, you can discover a new one on here. Or you can always hang out at the pond or with whoever else. There's somebody else. Yeah, there's a few people now doing 24/7 shows. So good for them. Actually, to be honest with you, how are we going with that defend George Allen Kelly thing? Is that doing good? Have we gotten our goal? Is this guy going to court? What's going on? They're probably holding it out until they can take over that property without any kind of problems. This poor guy will probably die in prison. All right, and then of course the news. Come on, there we go. Takes a minute. And then of course the RSS feeds for all kinds of news and reviews and goody stuff like that. I don't see any comedy in here yet. You guys gonna add any comedy to some of this? You need levity in this stuff too, man. And there is lots of funny stuff going on. Alright, so make sure that you guys check out the schedule and support all of our purebloods on the schedule. Alright, of course, I want to, let's see. I want to thank everybody for their support so far, if you're sharing or any of that other stuff. Of course, if you want to support me monetarily, everything goes back into this particular business right here to make everything good and better, and hopefully I can expand to Pilled and other platforms once I get a computer that can handle all that stuff. That's the next goal. You guys help me buy this cool chair, and so far it's worked out perfectly. I can actually sit here and work for longer than I used to. Not much, but shouldn't be in front of the computer forever, all day anyways. And besides that, I'm trying to start a garden and all of that stuff too, and it's getting springtime. In fact, we're getting our first showers. It's raining outside right now. So, of course, you see the little scanny thing on there if you want to go through my, what do they call it, Cash App. I've got PayPal for the old schoolers. It's hard to get away from them, man. Those guys are almost like Facebook. You attach a lot of things to that, sometimes not even knowingly, especially with some of the merchant accountants and stuff. So, like I say, old school. But all my links are below for all of that, plus all of the other social media. You can probably, if you really want to see me post anything, I post on Twitter the most, believe it or not. And I don't really post that much on Twitter either. But yeah, go follow me over there. I'm at ldghwih, just like everywhere else. That's cool. Follow me and send me stuff. Send me stuff that if you want me to cover it and everything like that. Of course, let's see, Cash App. I'm going through all my notes here so I don't forget anything. This has been a really long day. I've been up since 6 this morning. I had to, we did a concert, a noon concert or lunch concert for the Alzheimer patients today. That was fun. Their theme was the rodeo, so I got to wear my old vintage cowboy hat. I'm also hoping you guys will get me some clips or stingers or something. I would love to incorporate you in my show and advertise for you just like everyone else does for each other. I'd appreciate that. You can email me right below. It scrolls past you there every couple of minutes. All right, I want to be able to support you guys like that. You guys support me too, and I seem to be growing. Like I say, I can't wait until after the show when I upload it and see how many people have been here. Because people come and go, so it's usually sticks around 30 or 35 on Odysee. I get anywhere from 6 to 7 on YouTube still, and I get about 30 people on Rumble too, even though they don't talk to me, but that's fine, as long as you're listening and maybe sharing. And of course, if you hear any, if you don't talk to me, I guess that means you either agree with me or you're not really listening. You're just there, or you're on like all kinds of different tabs, and you're there for the support. All right, I'm opening the phone lines right now so that we can get started on the few things. Well, actually, I got a buttload of things to show you. I hope I can get to all of them before Rocky's show. Hello, Hal. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Please let me know if I've missed any of you. I will try to pay attention to the chats, but I'm hoping people will call. All right, I do believe this is the 3rd anniversary of the beginning of the lockdowns of 2020. My Facebook memories actually came up today, and one of my posts was canceling a running karaoke job that I'd had for over 10 years at the time. One of the things that I lost forever from that fiasco we never did get that job back. And of course, I am 2.5 weeks from my heart attack. 3rd anniversary of that as well. That's this is actually next couple of weeks that I'll never forget unless I get Alzheimer's or something. Ooh, okay. So I gotta say, 2020, everybody was ready, man. 2020 was going to be a banner year. It was really a cool year to do stuff, and everything was going good and everything like that. And they pulled the rug out from underneath us and pulled all these stunts. And now there's so many folks that are suffering because of it, stressing about it, gone, that shouldn't have been. How they're going to take care of their families and everything like that. And of course, this administration right now that's in charge, nothing but lies and word salad sandwiches about nothing. That anybody even wants to hear about from them. I was going to say, it's gotten to the point where, I don't know about y'all, but who else hears the Peanuts adults speaking whenever our representatives start talking to us now? In fact, that's all, between the that's all I hear when Kamala talks. Well, Skeletor says, I'm not a content creator, I'm a landscaper and a carpenter. Great! Something that we're going to need. That actually is something that nothing ever, that job never goes away. That and funeral homes and there's always going to be a need for somebody to build something or something like that. So that's awesome, Skeletor. Anyway, I'm just going to remind everybody, and this is going to be just brief and nonchalant as possible, because I'm not out there. I'm not about this. Nobody is about this usually, but our Constitution has a remedy for what's going on right now, and it ties in with the Second Amendment. And that's all I'm going to say about that right there at this point. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's followed me for any amount of time, and of course our pure blood community that keeps growing, knows exactly what the deal is there. Now, later on, if I have time, I'd actually, like I say, I've got shitload to show you, but there's one thing that I found as I was finishing up my research again and finding everything to show you guys, that I can show you. I'll try to point out to you, because there are some people that are trying to make that happen legally and lawfully without the 2A, of course the 1A, and of course, I think it's the 14th and the 10th and quite a few. Even the first, especially the first. But perhaps we can find out how to help that along as well. All right. I have to laugh at this. This is... Oh, first off, I want to tell my North Texans, I just also saw this too. There's a tornado watch in the Dallas-Fort Worth area until 8 p.m. Central Time this evening. So you guys, be safe up there. There's large hail, damaging winds, gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. And like I say, tornado watch and, yeah, possible warning. And the weather has been horrible. So you guys in North Texas, be safe up there. All right. Okay, now I bet nobody had this on their 2023 bingo card, but guess who's in the news again? And guess who's running for president again? Tiger King, Joe Exotic, President Exotic. I don't know. Running for president. But can he do it from federal prison? Now, this comes from the Washingtonian, but I've seen it all over Twitter for a couple of days now, and none of our talking heads are talking about it. I guess they think that this is a joke, but he swears up and down that it's not. Yes, exactly, Adam. Wah, 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 wah. Heavy metal wild man. Oh, that rocks. That rocks. Speaking of heavy metal, although it's not heavy metal, and I don't know why this reminded me of him, but Tom McDonald's dropping a new song, I think it is, on Friday morning, so make sure you check that out. Got to keep supporting him there. Yes, there it is. Hold my being gay is not a choice. Hold my meth. Okay. I was gonna say he can't be any worse than what's up there right now. Ooh, wouldn't it be weird if... Wouldn't it be weird if Trump chose him for his vice president? At least he'd be out of the way. You know, because I don't think they're going to let him out of federal prison or anything like that. But let's see. This week is the 3rd anniversary of the 2020 pandemic shutdown, which brings up memories of the haze that was March 2020, the endless banana bread recipes, the virtual workouts, and of course Tiger King, the hit Netflix docuseries starring Joe Exotic and his bleach blonde mullet. Now the Tiger King himself is courting your vote for the highest office. This isn't the first time that he's done this. There's just one thing. Yes, I know I'm in federal prison, and I guess this is him speaking. And you might think that that is a joke, but it's not. His website reads, "It is my constitutional right to do this even from here." And this is actually his website. How's he doing this in prison? In federal prison, no less. Not to mention the fact, I guess they're not worried at all about him. Now, he's running supposedly as a libertarian. "Thank you for your interest in my campaign. Yes, I know I'm in federal prison and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. It's in my constitutional right to do this even from here. I've been put here only because the corruption in the Department of Justice, 3 felons that were told how to lie under oath and to further this agenda, 2 corrupt assistant U.S. attorneys, 2 corrupt FBI agents, and 1 corrupt federal wildlife agent." I guess, what's her face? What's Carol Baskin or whatever it is? I guess she paid them off or something like that. At the time, it sounded like a good idea. Who would win, JoJo or Exotic Biden? That's cute, Adam. I like that. Are tornadoes common this time of year? Not usually in Dallas-Fort Worth, but there's like hail. In fact, I saw a picture. This guy had it in his hand. It was about that big, and we do get some destructive weather here. That's right, Pastor Shadley. Ooh, okay. But yeah, did anybody have this on their bingo cards? Here's his. Let's see. He said, "The only thing I did was put 5 very old crippled tigers to sleep in the most humane way possible, and it was approved by my USDA inspector. So it's time to get over it. Pete kills thousands of animals every year. Carol has killed over 226 big cats, and most of you eat some kind of animal every day. So it's time to move past this issue." Yeah, they were mad at him for that. I supposedly also, too, they connected that with him selling them across state lines. Here's his video. This is let's see, this came out 7 hours ago. This is the Exotic Tiger King Joe Exotic. Newsweek actually posted this. Here we go.
What this country needs is a president that's gonna say, "You, we're not taking it no more."
Joseph Allen Maldonado. President Maldonado.
Fuck Joe Exotic. Let's fix this.
That's his motto. That's his tagline. Let's fix this shit. And actually, he just said it out loud or with no couth or succinct or anything like that. Because President Trump pretty much, the things that he said and the things that he did pretty much told the establishment to F you as well. So, just not in those words. So, but everything's getting so simple and everybody's getting so simple nowadays as far as that goes. Why not? That's what people understand. That's what people understand. Russian bot. That looks like a good Reuben sandwich for tomorrow. That's delicious. That looks delicious. I love Reuben sandwiches. Yum, yum, yum. You're making me hungry. Oh, look at the tiger. That's cute. He's wanking. Not wanking, winking, but in Southern language. Hallie says, "Is he serious?" Yeah, he is. He is serious. He is serious. Although, like I say, he's running as a libertarian. I think he also, too, check out the new song Trump Won by Natasha Owens. Okay, can somebody pull that up for me, if you don't mind? DJ Brad, let's fix this shit. Yep. Well, one of the reasons he also said that he was running is because of the fact that he knows what it's like to be lied to by politicians and these people that are in charge. So, he sounds like a non-establishment type. Okay, as somebody mentioned, I was watching ABL last night, and he didn't mention it, but I kept seeing someone in the chat, I don't remember who it was, keep mentioning that Russia downed one of our drones. And so, of course, I had to check it out, and here's what I found. In fact, this actually came through on one of my open pages when I get on the internet. I don't know why it starts on Microsoft. I've changed it and changed it and changed it. I guess that just goes to show you they want you to see what they want you to see. Anyway, the Pentagon released footage Thursday of what it says is a Russian fighter jet dumping fuel on a U.S. drone, damaging the propeller and forcing U.S. controllers to crash land the device in the Black Sea on Tuesday. Here's the video. I hate it when they do this. Sound, please. Sound, please. Here we go.
On Tuesday, Russian aircraft again engaged in dangerous and reckless and unprofessional behavior in the international airspace over the Black Sea. 2 Russian jets dumped fuel on an unmanned U.S. MQ-9 aircraft conducting routine operations in international airspace. And 1 Russian jet
is that fuel?
MQ-9 aircraft, resulting in a crash. This hazardous episode is part of a pattern of aggressive, risky, and unsafe actions by Russian pilots in international air.
To be honest with you, it looked like it bumped it. The fuel thing barely touched it, and then you saw how it crinkled up there. But was that actually fuel? Do they actually do that?
Airspace. Now, I just got off the phone with my Russian counterpart, Minister HWIH. As I've said repeatedly, it's important that great powers be models of transparency and communication. The United States
Sorry about that. Shut up.
Aircraft in a safe and professional manner.
I don't have it on auto play. Why did it do that? Okay, I'll play that in a little bit. Okay. Anyway, that was what happened with the drone. Evidently, again, let me see. That was the aftershock. Runaway. That's awesome. What's awesome? The Trump Won song or the? There's badass Brett Allen with green screen, cartoony like. That's cool. All right. So yeah, was that literally fuel that they were dumping, that they dumped on there? Because it really did look like that plane actually bumped the drone, not the. In fact, like I say, according to the camera, it looked like the fuel or whatever it was dumping out of it. We had missed it. All right, 451 actual. Thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Much appreciated. Muchas gracias, mi amor. Mi amigo. Sorry. I'm not fluent, so I tried. Do I have Gab up? No, I don't have Gab up. Russia pissed on our drone. Space Cowboy, welcome to the show. Appreciate you, 451. You're always one of the first people I mention in my shout-outs, of course. So, all right. So, the name of the show was that acceptable or unacceptable? The two things that so far have I talked about. Do you consider that acceptable or unacceptable, like this drone thing? What do you think about that? Is that acceptable or unacceptable? Personally, I don't think it's acceptable. It sounds like we weren't in their airspace, to be honest. We had the right to be there. Of course, Nobody seems to be following any kind of laws or rules right now, as we've been able to see, and then that means from the top down, especially in the blue states, but everywhere else in the world too. Those drones are 18 feet. That Russian fighter is 48 feet. Yeah, I gotcha. Sergeant Tripod, you didn't have to bring him into this, but that was funny. He says, yes, they were dumping fuel on it and in front of it. Then they bumped it from behind like something Adam would do. The Cyborg says, drones like that can fly in torrential rain. I don't think that some fuel sprayed on it is going to hurt it. Yeah, that's why I say, from what I gathered and what my eyes saw, it looked like it got bumped. It looked like it got bumped. All right, the next thing. This to me is unacceptable. I think I'm going to probably do a short video about it. But I'm going to cover some of it today. I don't know how many of you know this person. Or have heard anything about it. Now this is actually, if you heard me on ABL last night, this is the young lady that I was speaking about that is actually now being stalked by, I guess you could call it the trans mafia, or whoever it is behind these people that are literally bullying people into submission. She says this.
Pretty much a threat, saying, they know where I live. And what scares me the most is they have got my daughter's details on the email, like what time I leave to drop them to school, pick them up. And it's not a coincidence because both of my daughters, they go to 2 different schools, so they know. They've given the school details and everything. So yeah, my daughters are involved now in this. Some of you might know that my car was damaged in this whole thing. I was getting not very nice videos and now emails with a lot of details on that email. So I'm done. I don't want to do anything. I'm not going to talk about Jeffrey Marsh. I've deleted everything, removed it.
Now, did you hear the name she mentioned there? I know you guys know who the hell that is. And this is because she did this.
Stop telling trans people that we're inspirational.
Stop telling kids to go on your Patreon and chat to you privately without their parents knowing.
Now, this woman is a comedian. She's very funny. She's a sweet lady. She has children and a family. And she basically, like I say, mostly did comedy. But she saw this girly man. She did this. And, of course, she got riled for that. In fact, it was a very short video. But the allies, if you will, came after her. Started telling her that, you know, she was terrible and all this other stuff. These, of course, are the same people that probably during 9/11 were like, not all Muslims. Okay, she actually did another video because they were like, oh, you don't know anything, you're just a transphobe and all this other stuff and everything. So she did another video, which I actually can't find now. She actually did erase it, but she basically did a bunch of clips proving that this person was always talking to the children. And the video that they put out, that girly man put out about his Patreon, where children and teenagers could go talk to him privately so that people wouldn't know that he was talking to them or they were talking to him, and thinking about going no contact with their parents. Like, are you going to start a hostel there, my friend? As I say, she did another video and everything like that, and then of course everybody came at her after she proved that he was or this person, they, or whatever it is you want to call them, was essentially talking to all the kids. In fact, the start of many of their videos was, "Hey kids, hey kids, hey kids." Well, this one's for the kids. Adults, hand your phone to the kids. It's like, then telling everybody that your parents screwed up. You don't know that. Your parents might have screwed up. And I feel bad for you if you're having trouble. And I appreciate the fact that you like to share your problems with people and maybe commiserate with them and everything like that. But not people's children. You're 45 years old. You should be dealing with people that are your age, as far as that goes. Let's see. The Cyborg says it's just saber rattling, and the United States is whining like a bitch for political purposes about the drones. Yeah, it's something, always something to say. Yes, that's right, Pastor Chatelet. Girly man at that. So the folks that keep swearing up and down that we're not coming for your kids, what was the first frickin' thing that they did to this poor woman when someone told them don't come for their kids? First thing they started doing was threatening her kids. Unacceptable. I think everybody can agree with me on that. And there's a lot of people, and I'll tell you about this too. They, like I say, they went for her kids. So these people are absolute liars that seem to feel as though if they can't have your kids, no one else can either. I mean, this is what I hear when I'm hearing some of this stuff that's going on this way. And we need to stand behind this lady, all right? They have even tried to shame her by releasing pictures of her without her hijab, which is a very, very, very disrespectful thing to do to her religion. That could actually, and we know this, that could actually literally put her in danger with her own community. Okay? So I'll just bet that these are the same folks that were screaming, like I said before, not every Muslim during the 9/11 and all that, everything like that. But they sure know full well how to manipulate them in this way. And we all know that the hijab is extremely important to the Muslim religion and their way of life. Not to mention that this is what they're claiming are happening to them. The lynching and all this other stuff. But you know, if that were actually the truth, we'd never hear the end of any of it. It would be on the mainstreams constantly. We got to do something about this. We got to do something about this. We got to do something. They keep claiming that they get lynched. They're the ones that are getting killed. Those are the ones that are getting decapitated. I'm not seeing it. It's not happening. Because you know damn well the mainstream media would be screaming and yelling about it. One little drop of blood spills of these people, and they're all over us like we're all bigots and bullshit. All right? When's the last time you heard of anybody doing anything to somebody like that? And getting away with it? In fact, most of the hate crimes have actually turned out to be hoaxes. They've done them on themselves. That's how much it's not happening. But they're sure well enough in their own rights to do it to everyone else. Shame on you people. Shame on you. The phone is ringing. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hi, it's Hallie. Hi.
Hello, Hallie.
Hi. Sorry, I wasn't there last week. I had to go to a memorial gathering. Yeah, no, it's such a Muslim, you know what happened in recently the Palestinian territories. It happened a few months back that the Alphabet people had a pride parade or something, and they got beaten up very badly by the local Palestinians. So the people here, they seem to think, for some reason, the Muslims are their allies. So I'm thinking this thing was this woman talking. She must, it must show. Shouldn't they? Are they still at naive to think that? Just because, the majority of Muslims are non-white, somehow there's, I never figured out what racism even had to do with, being a sexist or homophobe. But do you see more Muslims? I know that in Michigan, a bunch of Muslim fathers really, I'm glad the men stood up. They complained to the school board there for promoting this kind of that people like that creepy guy you just showed.
Mm-hmm.
You see them being more vocal.
Sorry about that.
You see them becoming more. I mean, I don't say a certain.
I am actually seeing more of the Muslim religion and more of the Arab religions and things like that. I am seeing more of them because you actually know how they feel about that. I mean, those people, the very, 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 what do you call that? The devout ones, the ones that, you know, Allah is everything. They are throwing people like that off the buildings.
Yeah, I know.
So what she did was extremely calm compared to what might happen to them if they were in that area.
I know, yeah. I know. I don't know why these people are so delusional, though. They still cling to this weird... I don't know how to get to them. They just are so wedded to their defenses. But when they're seeing this kind of... the whole behavior that contradicts the progressive narrative, I I'm offended at Muslims, but I do support them in this. I'm just expecting to see, you know, maybe in a sense we need them because they're busy dissing anyone of the Judeo-Christian framework heritage. So you kind of need the Muslims right now to really give them a certain reality check. I mean, I'm predicting more of this kind of backlash. Yeah, I was going to ask you, by the way, I don't know if you're about to discuss, change the subject, the whole thing that's going on with the banks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're going to, because I can't hear too long. So are you going to discuss the whole ramifications of this?
Nah, everybody, people like Ben Shapiro and all these other guys, they've been talking about it a whole lot. I don't know that much about it. I don't have that kind of money. I would never. In fact, I haven't kept any actual cash or money in any bank other than what I need to pay bills since the savings and loans crashed and took a whole lot of money from people, and there was no recourse there. So I stopped trusting banks in the 80s.
So you do keep it under a mattress or something? I don't get.
I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
I'm sorry?
I'll never tell.
Yeah, I know, it's true. I was going to say that. No, I'm just saying, I'm just small fry anyway, that, I wouldn't, I'm kind of infuriated that they're being reimbursed for more than the $250,000 minimum, whatever the cap, that normally the federal government insures. So I'm thinking this is, when I heard, I don't know, maybe did Biden think that our options, like the alternative was worse, that maybe people won't get paid and they'll be, remember I called you a while back about a roommate of mine, somebody that needed me to help bail her out from collections.
Yeah.
And I went ahead and did that. I thought, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, then she'll default on the rent. Either way, and she did pay back. I mean, she was, but there's just the money I just got my tax refund. I was planning to spend it on something. And so I'm just saying maybe it's this idea that we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. If we don't bail them out, they'll pay more than $250,000. Or whatever, they're having to pay like almost trillions of dollars, who knows? So, is the alternative worse, and that there'll be a recession, or I don't know. Is that their thinking? I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, a lot of people are discussing this and deducting that this is the first step to them resetting it all and turning it into the digital coin cash or whatever it is, so that they can control everything. So try to continue to use cash as much as you can. I know I try to.
Yeah. Anyway, I was say back to the salt mines here. It's hard to believe it. You said 3 years ago. It did occur to me. 3 years ago this time, I'll never forget that with the COVID. In some ways, ironically, it was a growing experience for me that, I managed to do some other things. Although it's painful for me living in the Jewish community, we had many people who died. I used to watch, unfortunately, I would watch the hearses under my window. It was very sad. I mean,
well, that must have been depressing.
It was. We would hear the sirens go off. And yeah, I lost some friends, people I knew. It was very painful, but it's hard to believe. Yeah, you got me thinking 3 years ago. I mean, the changes. I mean, there's still people that walk around with masks. Yeah, I don't, but I just say that there was some, it wasn't certain catalysts in certain areas. And I don't dare discount the sufferings of people who lost their lives or jobs or whatever. Like I started to donate blood because they needed plasma. I got in the habit of doing that. Three other areas of work right now. Is that what galvanized you to start your show? I mean, I don't know how long your show has been on now.
Yeah, actually, that and let's see, my 2-year anniversary for my page, I think, is August the 8th. I've been doing this show for a year December, but I've actually had my channel since I think it was 2020. No, it might have been 2021 because during 2020 I was recovering from my heart attack, but that was actually one of the reasons why I started doing it.
Wow.
Because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do anything outside of the house again after that. But also too, I was seeing all of the vitriol towards our president and the disrespect towards everything and everybody from these crazy people, and then of course the censorship drove me crazy, and it's like, oh no, I've got to start saying something now. So and then I saw ABL, and he kind of inspired me to do the call-in thing. So
yeah, I was getting just started the show. I just gotten on it in 2016. I was shortly after the elections. He started he's really, he shot off like a rocket. I enjoy his show a lot, and it's grown. A lot of these people that are starting their YouTube, maybe someday I will. I don't know. I said my voice. I have a face for radio and a voice for print, so I don't know. I might stay in the background. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. And
okay. Well, thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you being here tonight.
Thanks. Okay. Good night.
All right. Good night. All right. Shout out to Hallie. All right. Space Pirate Yvonne, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Woo! I turned it up so I could hear her. Okay. That should be a little better. Welcome, Bobby Digital, to the show and American Dream 2.0, and Coon Dog. Welcome. Some new people coming in here. Somebody has to tell me how many people are watching on Rumble. I don't know why, but my monitor doesn't show me that. I don't know why. All right. Anyway, like I said before, this kind of thing needs to stop. First of all, we don't need to be fighting amongst ourselves with this. There's room for everybody, and really and truly, nobody really cares what you guys do with your own self. It's the fact that you're rubbing it in everybody else's faces, taking advantage of those that you're replacing or trying to replace or trying to be like, and then mobbing someone who asks questions or that doesn't want to be around you, doesn't want to involve, doesn't want to participate. Why is it so important that everybody in the world participates in this? You need to love yourself enough to participate in whatever it is you want to do and not give a shit what anybody else thinks. Okay? That's one piece of advice to you. But I don't care what you do on your own or in your own home. But when you start pushing it on everyone else, including their children, or anyone even questions you, you attack. You shamelessly go after kids, one way or another. So, hey, Marsh, you want stuff? You want to stuff someone and you're watching us? Well, guess what? We're watching you too. And I saw a lot more support for that woman than I did for you. Alright, so we're watching you too. My suggestion is to go and follow this hilarious lady. Alright, and ignore the girly man. Screw him. Don't go to his page. Don't go to his, don't comment on anything. Don't be rude or nasty to him or anything. Ignore these people. They will eventually disappear. A lot of these people do this for attention, and I'll go one better on this. Make sure you warn your kids about the stranger danger. It's really important. Isolation from folks who really care about them is the first step to, let's just say, treachery. And take it from someone who has been through it and who has helped others through it as well. But they were always adults, all right? That is just how it works, all right? So, not to mention, something else that no one else seems to be talking about. They mention it a little bit, but it's not something that they cover a whole bunch on this, but no one else seems to be talking about this person having a Patreon so that they can talk to these people privately. Okay? Seems like a grift to me. Alright? You're actually asking for money to talk to folks that have problems and need help, all under the guise of adopting them as your family. If their own family doesn't accept them, and it could be just a matter of they have differences. People do need to get used to this stuff. Alright? You wouldn't be calling to normalize this stuff if it was already normal. Okay? That's just the way that works, too. I don't know that much about Patreon, except for the fact that my husband actually pays some electronics channels monthly on there to be able to contact these people that are experts on this stuff about some of the electrical projects and the repairs that he needs, maybe some trades and things like that. But he literally pays to be able to contact these people. So it's a pay-to-play type of website. So not only is this person who's not a therapist of any kind, not even close, and trying to help kids privately away from their parents, which could lead to the kids actually getting their parents arrested. Don't think that wouldn't happen. Mr. Marsh, or whatever your name is, continually mentions forms of abuse all the time. This is something, are you being abused? Or is your parent disagreeing with you? Are they making your problem all about themselves and yada, yada, yada? Abuse. So he's talking these kids into the fact that they're being abused, which probably they're not. Just for a parent, the parent actually could possibly just be making a human mistake. All right. Or being the head of a household like they should be. All right. They're supposed to be. But he wants these kids to pay for his help as well. Does that not seem off to anyone else? Like making money off of others' pain, sorrow, and woe. And you guys know how teens are with those hormones raging. Puberty, all that, everything like that. I remember being confused at that age about a whole lot of stuff. And sensitive, oh God. You guys, my mind was gross back then, alright? I was bullied by everyone, including my family, sometimes, but I found myself. Hell, who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I still don't know what the hell I'm doing these days. But, like I said before, I am but a vessel. So my opinions are not mine. They are only the words through me of my Father. And no, that's not religion. But as I read and study more, even Jesus had problems with religion. And that's why I think this is why I talk about things like this. Because children are precious and should be protected like we protect our politicians and our trans activists. Even this person that I would like to ignore knows what they are doing is wrong, because they quickly, when they started getting trouble about this, hey kids, they deleted quickly a whole bunch of their TikToks that started with the hey kids and changed the Patreon to 18 and over. Now, I wonder just why they did that. All right. However, attacking this poor woman, in fact, she's calling for peace. She doesn't want either side to fight, because she's literally in this one telling her followers, hey, don't go over there and mess with him. Just leave him alone. go our separate ways. This is not good. We shouldn't be fighting. There's already enough vitriol. She's pretty much given up the goat. She's trying to patch things over now. And there are people, like I say, I've still looked through her. I looked through a lot of her comments. There's a few assholes in there that are trying to tell, too little, too late. We're going to, this and that and the other. We're coming after you. She's gotten some private messages and things like that, thinking that they won't get caught. And I'm telling you, if I hear anything from anybody because of what I'm saying right now, I will expose you. I have no qualms. You will not shut me up. I will expose you. And I don't have kids for you to go after. But like I say, she's trying to say, hey man, I'm not in this anymore. Leave me alone. Don't come after my children. I mean, she's pretty much scared shitless. And of course, anybody with children is like that guy that I told you before with the global warming. I think I posted that he was at the English college and everything like that. You start messing with people's kids, you're in trouble. That's just the bottom line. I'm sorry, that's any species as well. There's very few species that do not take care of their young ones and don't allow anything else or anybody else around them to influence them or to hurt them. So like I said, don't say anything to Mr. Marsh. Just go follow this lady and show her support. She is the real, let's see. She's the real overload comedy on TikTok. But I think she also has a YouTube. And like I say, go follow her. Go give her more followers and people. And like, if you're on TikTok or whatever like that, don't bother with the other guy. Screw him. Let him step in his own shit, because he will. Somebody's gonna mess with the wrong people's kids, and he'll step in his own shit sooner or later. We can just sit back and watch. But in this case, she nor her family deserve to be scared to live in America, and these fringies need to hold up. All right? And of course, I'm seeing more and more and more people saying no thank you and meaning it. Oh, and by the way, I've got a news flash for you trans activists and people like Mr. Marsh, or whatever you call yourself. All right? Even the LGB community is trying to get you all out of here. Form your own establishments, and they are trying to eliminate you out of theirs, as they feel that you've taken over their causes. And they don't want anything to do with your pudding people lovers' ways, or your way out reality brain Olympics about what everyone else should do because of your existence. Even the lesbians, the gays, and the bisexuals, the LGBT... or LGB without the T has actually been trending on Twitter for at least the last week that I've been seeing. So you guys better get your shit together. Mind your own business, do your own thing, and leave the kids alone. Hashtag leave the kids alone. Alright? Now, I'm commanded to, and most of the people that follow me are commanded to love you. But that doesn't mean we have to like you, and it certainly doesn't mean that we are allowed to or able to participate in your world. Okay? So just remember, nobody cared about this until you started coming after kids' folks. And now you've just proven that you're going to do it any way that you think you can. No, not on my watch. Alright, you're not entitled to anything but your own lives. Okay? Alright, I'm done with that. I'm not talking anymore about that. That person doesn't deserve any of my publicity, any publicity whatsoever. In fact, I wish a lot of people would stop highlighting these people. They're not special. They need help. And I'm with Matt Walsh. I'm going to say the truth. You don't like it? Stay the fuck away from me then. I'm not participating in your crap. And nobody's making you participate in ours either. Leave the kids alone. Alright. Alright, I need some levity after all of that. These people really do piss me off because they seem to have all the rights and they're erasing people like me. I don't appreciate that. I'm not coming together with anybody that just wants me gone. Alright? That's not going to happen. And I would venture to say that 99% of the people on this earth are exactly that way, no matter what they say. All right? Okay. Saw this on Tyler Zed. I thought it was hilarious, and this is essentially what we're putting up with, but not that much anymore. And I like the fact that people are making fun of it. This is hilarious. What happened?
I don't think all you Nazi Trumpers understand what a fantastic job Biden is doing, okay?
Okay.
You guys are so stupid. You look stupid. Okay.
Could you hear that? Actually, sorry about that, Space Pirate Ivan. I didn't read the thing because it was already passed. But happy birthday, 451 Actual. I didn't realize it was your birthday. Thank you for being here on your special day. I can't get... Why is this not working today? Okay. I try to keep up with all of this stuff. You guys just go so fast. I appreciate... Oh, Coondog! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss you. Thank you for the donation. You get one of these. Sorry if you had headphones. Wow. I didn't mean it to go up that high. Oh, now... okay, I see why that wasn't working. Because I'm a blonde. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not me, B. Welcome to the show. You're a little late, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not keeping... You guys don't have to punch in with me. I don't give a shit. Okay, more levity, more levity. This is a test. This is to see if you can hear and if you've got PTSD or if you're stressed or something like that. This is a test. This is only a test.
Apparently, if you hear red, you are depressed, and if you hear blue, you have ADHD. In a few seconds, I will play a sound. Comment which one you hear. Penis. Apparently, if you...
That one took me by surprise. That's cool. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the guts to do that. I'm afraid that it might burn my mustache. I'm just kidding. Let's see. This is hilarious. This is something I don't suggest you do. Or at least if you're going to do it, look what you're doing first. Watch where you're going.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
One more time.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
That's going to leave a mark. Because she's a blonde. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, a couple of things. I've got this. These people seem to have a fetish with talking to Alexa all the time. So they asked her some strange questions. So I thought I'd share some of them with you. This one is, what will happen in Florida in 2025? Alexa evidently can or thinks she can predict the future. Listen to this. And then if you're in Florida, you might want to prepare.
Alexa, what happens to Florida in 2025?
On September 4th, 2025 at 3:08 p.m., Florida will be hit by a Category 5 hurricane with winds as high as 205 miles per hour.
Damn.
Miami will be completely destroyed.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Alexa tells the future. We'll see. I guess we can only wait and see, huh? All right, next question is, are mermaids real? Alexa tells us, are mermaids real?
Alexa, are mermaids real?
Yes, mermaids are real, but they've hated humans since the Mermaid Massacre of 1778. Most of the remaining mermaids reside in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, that explains a lot. Maybe. Yes, mermaids are real, and we killed a bunch of them in 1670, whatever it is. What? Wow. Okay. All right. This one was my favorite. They asked Alexa, is Godzilla real?
Alexa, is Godzilla real?
Yes, Godzilla lives in the Challenger Deep, which is located beneath the western Pacific Ocean in the southern end of the Mariana Trench, but he hasn't been seen in over 1,000 years.
Okay, so don't wake him up, all right? All right, there was something I saw in here. Sorry. Actually, you guys keep talking about how old Space Pirate Yvonne is. I'm older than he is. Just saying. And I'm proud of it, too. 8 watching on Rumble. Welcome, you guys. Talk to us. The phone lines are open. This is for you. I do all of this stuff for fun and everything like that, but the world wants to know what you guys have to say. I'm nobody. But I do this also, too, so that we can continue to exercise our First Amendment rights. Don't just give them up freely by staying silent about this stuff. All right. 2 things probably nobody gives a shit about, but I think is acceptable because what they did to get here was unacceptable in my opinion. Sarah Gilbert and Leslie Gronson. What a name. It actually kind of matches her personality. Those are the 2 sisters that were on Roseanne and then the Connors later on. Now, you guys know where I'm fixing to go with this. These 2 have supposedly been blackballed by Roseanne, and now they can't find jobs. Now, I wonder why. This came across my Twitter feed. Sarah Gilbert says Roseanne ruined her life. Nobody will hire me. Pretty much what happened, which I think was par for the course, and actually they did this rightfully so, was that the court, excuse me, the courts gave Roseanne her show back. Because they essentially kicked her off her own show, fired her off her own show. I mean, this was her show. And they turned their back on her and everything like that when she made a mistake. You know, she was messed up. Ambien will do that shit to you. In fact, she says she probably doesn't. She says she vaguely remembers the tweet, but usually you walk around like a zombie on Ambien sometimes, especially if you're drinking with it too. So Ambien's not a good thing, and it actually could cause lots of problems. Sleepwalking in the middle of traffic, not remembering where you're at, and it doesn't let you wake up real easy either. I remember my doctor put me on it after he tried to put me on those I forgot what it was, but whatever it was kept me awake for 2 weeks. And instead of taking me off the medication that was keeping me awake and making me sick, he gave me more. So yeah, I learned real early that's all. Doctors are nothing but drug dealers these days. Roseanne's return to the spotlight. Now, I don't know how true this is because I looked at like 10 different articles that said this, and every single one of them was verbatim, including the typos. Roseanne's return to the spotlight has been a joy to watch, but few people are paying attention to the woke crowd left in her wake. After a jury handed her control of the Connors, she tossed the show in the trash and used the newfound influence to make sure nobody would hire anyone who refused to back her. Basically, according to what I saw on that, it has something to do with union rules. They have this contract, and even though the show's not there anymore or anything like that, they can't do anything else. They're still exclusive. So they pretty much have what I think it was Tim Pool called a golden lasso. They probably are getting paid, but they can't go out and get any more work right now. It's something to do with their union or something like that. But Roseanne knew what it was and sounds like she used it to her advantage. Sarah Gilbert, who plays Darlene, was on the top of the list. I can't believe... Now listen to this bullshit. I can't believe she's being so petty, said Gilbert. Nobody will hire me, and all I did was call her a racist like everyone else. I mean, I also to her job, it's supposed to be took her job, but that's a different issue. She didn't need it anymore. Yeah, I guess so. If you took it, she didn't need it anymore. Or actually, you reword that. She couldn't have it anymore. You took it from her. And like I say, that typo, T-O-O, in there is the same in every article that I saw on this. It's actually, every one of these is like everybody copied and pasted this, no matter where I looked at it. Even the, where is this from? Even the LA Times, I think it was. So that's maybe where they got it from. I don't know. Gilbert has apparently been looking for a new gig about 2 months to no avail. She's not exactly A-list, said Kevin Sorbo. She had a spot on Big Bang and the child actress thing on Roseanne. Doesn't she have her own TV talk show? Where she kind of tries to act like The View. She's just as catty. And of course, you guys remember her sister, Leslie Goronman-Sins, or whatever her name is. Career is over. She had me blackballed. This comes from Image Diamond. But it was also fact-checked by the same people I just did there. Fact-check true. Lacey Goranson, was blackballed for betraying Roseanne Barr. She has one of the most recognizable faces on television. She's the iconic character Becky on Roseanne, and until recently, The Connors. Now she claims that Roseanne Barr, whose career is once again peaking, had her blackballed after canceling the show. She ruined me, she told our fact-checker. Well, didn't she make you guys in the first place? I mean, you guys have been rich and famous and popular and in a fantastic show for decades. I mean, come on, man. Nothing lasts forever. Especially since she stood behind you after all of those years, but she made one little tiny mistake and all you could think about was keeping your jobs? If you, put it this way, had you let it go and she kept her job as well, you guys would still be working. You idiots! All you did was call her racist. Gee, that really makes people want to give you their heart and their trust and their belongings and their everything like that. It's like, betray me once, shame on you. Betray me twice, shame on me. And most people aren't going to give you a second chance to do that. So don't be surprised. You guys are insane. Huh. All I did was call her a racist. Yeah, that's going to endear the shit out of people to you. Especially ones that have taken care of you for so frickin' long. All right. I was going to say, according to these articles, she got the control back. This was her show. And they kicked her out of her own show, wrote her out of it, and then shunned her, turned your backs on her, when everybody was coming down on her for a mistake, which actually, you kidding me? You seen the picture of that woman she was talking about? So yeah, wouldn't you guys have been a little petty after all of that? After all that loyalty she gave you guys and all that fame and everything that she gave you guys and all that money you made off of her? Wouldn't you have been a little bit petty if that you'd have done the same thing and she'd have turned her back on you and let them come after you and chew you into bits and try to ruin your life? And you're going to complain that your life is ruined? Ha! I have zero sympathy for you celebs. None. There is no freaking way that any of you guys are any kind of a victim unless you consider yourselves what you are, high-paid slaves. You do what they tell you, you say what they tell you, you wear what they tell you, you eat what they tell you once you sign on the dotted line for these production companies. So maybe that's it, but gee, I sure would love to be enslaved like that, set for the rest of my life, never have to work again after making millions on these stupid comedy shows? Come on. You guys are assholes. That's all I can tell you. You're assholes. I would have done the same thing. You know, I don't keep folks around that betray me. As you know, if they do it once, they'll do it again. Especially if they thought it meant them keeping their cushy jobs and ill-gotten gains at that point. So good on you, Roseanne. Kick all of them's ass. You know that side that always says no one's illegal and love everyone? Well, they're liars too. Roseanne losing her show was unacceptable. But her having that last say and last laugh, acceptable and deserved. Again, I have zero sympathy for any of you celebs. Any of you. You got to watch out who you betray these days, and what most of these folks don't realize is that the truth will always out, and getting what you wish for isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Like I said, sorry y'all, but I have no sympathy for you backstabbing, ungrateful celebrities. Because you don't just do it to the people that you work with. You've done it to everybody that has watched you and tried to love you throughout all your careers and everything like that too. And then, of course, if you make something shitty and nobody likes it, you blame your audience. That's bullshit. They didn't have anything to do with it until they watched your crap. Sounds like Roseanne doesn't have any sympathies for these psychopaths anymore either, as she says. Let's see. What is it for the other one? For Sarah, she says, Roseanne's spokesperson says she couldn't care less if Darlene goes broke. And frankly, neither can I. I have no sympathy. None. Okay, real quick. Hallie had asked me, Limited, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Hallie had asked me if I was going to mention anything about this bank thing. Like I say, lots of people, you know me, I don't talk about too much. I don't know a whole lot about the banking. I've never had a bank account. I've never had more than like $5,000 in any bank account in my entire life, ever. And I lost a lot of that at one time during the savings and loans. So I do other things. But I'm not telling any, I don't give out my secrets about that kind of stuff. Anyway, I can't imagine anything better than this. Poetic Justice. This is from Trending Politics. It actually came through on my Twitter feed. Poetic Justice. Silicon Valley Bank was stacked with Clinton and Obama donors, including good old Chucky Schumer. As the future of Silicon Valley Bank continues to send ripples through the financial sector, many are taking a deeper look into the people that were running the bank as well as their policies. Now, of course, everybody's been talking about this, and we've kept finding out that one of the main reasons that they've gone under is because they went woke. Just like every other company that's going woke right now, they're going broke. They're losing millions, or they're having to shut down. Now, it's unfortunate for a bank. And now I hear a lot of people talking about that he's bailing them out. I think he's covering the depositors, but not the investors. Now, I know that's what he said, and he's lied about everything else in the world, so probably it's going to be the exact opposite, because the investors are the ones that actually were making money off the bank. They're the ones that actually financed the bank. The depositors were people like you and me. And small business people. So, again, anytime the government says anything, or any from the government says anything, you can probably pretty much guarantee it's going to be the opposite. So, watch out, you small business owners out there and all that other stuff. Hopefully you guys made some kind of plans. It's hard to, I know, especially with everything exploding, the prices exploding on everything. So, it's difficult to determine the exact implications of the SVB's left-leaning policies and political affiliations have had on its future. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because here's the list of people that were on there. Let me make this bigger so we can see it. Mark Warner, Charles E. Schumer, Israel Stu Barnes, Stu Barnes Israel, Raphael Warnock, Josh Harder. That's a name and a command. Cora Newman, Gregory Meeks, and the DNC Services Corp. And what is an establishment like that doing investing in a bank? Not to mention the fact, like I said, they had a DEI, which is actually DIE, because anytime they establish anything like this in any of these corporations, they die. But they had a huge DEI, diversity and all that other junk and everything like that. Even their commercials were like, oh, we're gearing towards certain races and not others. That never works. Come on, this is America. When will these people get that through their heads? This is America. It doesn't matter. But these are some of the people that I think when I listen to them and I hear it, it's like, we got ours, but we're not going to let anybody else get theirs. And that's exactly how they act and exactly what they do. Most of the time, they're stupid about it, and shit like this happens. I couldn't think of anybody nicer that it would happen to. But again, don't be surprised if these people are the ones that get reimbursed and the depositors don't. I've never known the man to tell the truth ever in 50 years. And I do my research on this. In fact, I have a video somewhere on this site, on my sites here, that actually talked about all of his lies and his racism and everything else before he even got elected. There's a region you've got a gold badge. What is that, Private Yvonne? Why do you have a gold badge? You talking about here or in away from the keyboard? Like, are you cop? A golden badge. Wow. Yep. Limited Access says she's not taking any chances. She has cash on hand and lots of preps. Yes, I'm working on that too. In fact, I'm starting my garden. I'm trying to make it to where I can actually reach it. I don't have to bend over or get on the ground because I am getting to the point where I can't get up. It's hard to get up. I have to plan if I'm getting down on the ground because I have to see if I can push on something to get up. I don't know what it is. I've had bad knees for a long time anyway. All right. I've also been hearing a lot lately about people being passed over. In fact, I think that Matt Walsh mentioned this. I also think that the Ikanuba lady from PragerU, I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry. I think that she actually mentioned something about it. People are talking about this now because employers are passing over job applications that include pronouns. So I think this girl right here speaks for many of us when it comes to that. I don't know if she's an employer. I used to be. But I think she speaks for a lot of us when it comes to that.
If I was like hiring and I saw pronouns, here's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume you're obviously very liberal. So I'm going to assume you're one of those people that is super far left. Hey, I'm going to assume you're not a very hard worker. You are either a female or you're a probably not straight guy. So everything in the office is going to have to cater to you, your feelings, your needs, and your emotions. So everyone around you is not going to be able to be themselves and walk on eggshells. Why would anyone want someone like you unless everyone's like you in a work environment? You're going to be the laziest person. You're going to be the most entitled, complain the most, and I think you're going to be the first to sue. So shocker that pronouns weren't helping you guys. Sorry, is there anything I missed there? So if I was like...
No, I don't think so. Cyborg says... He's talking about... Okay, sorry about that. I didn't mean to ignore you. Let's see. During the Roseanne bit, they backstabbed Roseanne, who had been their key to their success. You're right about that. People watch the Roseanne show for Roseanne. You're right about that as well, as far as that goes. And if they would backstab Roseanne, they would backstab anybody. Nobody's going to hire them. You couldn't be more right. That is definitely, like I say, I wouldn't hire anybody that I knew backstabbed somebody like that, or I wouldn't rehire or bring anybody back into my life that had backstabbed me like that either. I'm not going to let you do that shit again. There's a reason why they call them cliches. They work. Hey, look, no badgie. Also, okay, did you answer my question? Private Yvonne had an Odysee Gold badge for Premium Plus. Oh, okay. He paid for that badge. Respect his authority. Cute. All right. Let's see. Where am I? So yeah, if you guys were employees, would you hire anybody that you saw the pronouns in their because, first of all, it's actually against the law to ask sex and all that other stuff. Okay? So you've essentially let them know without them having to beat around the bush or notice it themselves. And of course, I'm sure if you came in for an interview, they'd knew immediately looking at you because you probably have pink or purple or weird hair or some shit in your lip or I don't know what it is with the septum ring lately. Every one of these people that are lecturing us about all this pronouns and everything, every single one of them has a bovine ring. That's what I call that, a bovine ring. In fact, I don't know if you guys follow Ariel Scarcella. She's actually another one of the LGB that doesn't want T, doesn't want to be involved with T, mainly because she's a lesbian and the T's are telling her that she has to suck girl dick. She's like, that's the whole point of being a lesbian. I don't want dick. No dick. No dick! But, she had a video where this one person was wearing a nose ring like that, and she literally looked like Hitler, but not only that, she was talking like she was Hitler reincarnated, like she was like related to him, like, we need to bring him back. And it was like, what? What? So, yeah, don't tell me that they haven't been teaching these kids leftism or socialism. I mean, they're getting to the point now, it's came full circle to where these kids now are admiring Hitler and literally piercing their noses to look like him. That's messed up. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Space Cowboy says, don't give a damn about pronouns, especially pronouns that aren't pronouns. It's a hog ring, Laura. Well, I see it in cows all the time. Either way, it don't look good. It looks weird to me. And like I say, it looks like it's another one of those things where you can tell who you're dealing with when you look at them and say, okay, I'm glad they do it. I'm glad that they let us know. I'm glad they do. Let's see. The Cyborg says, every application I've filled out over the last few years have asked age, gender, race, and all that shit. All these woke companies are hypocrite assholes. Yeah. Yep. They are. Well, I think it's also, too, because of the fact that you got affirmative action. Those people seem to be able to relegate what they do. And, of course, since the early 80s, as far as I can remember, a lot of companies have had quotas when it comes to that. In fact, I've been turned down for several jobs, and I've had these people tell me, I'll never admit this, but we can't hire you because you're not black. So, you know, tell me again that we haven't been discriminated against. All right, let's see. Okay, the girl, what's the next thing here? Okay. Earlier I mentioned that the Constitution actually gives us a way out of the horrible, horrible situation we're in right now with our representatives. This came across my Twitter feed the other day. I think it was on, like, the day after I did my last show. Breaking news, emergency injunction and tribunal order was served to WHO and all criminal defendants listed below to immediately cease and desist a criminal conspiracy to commit war crimes, genocide crimes against humanity, and to arrest and incarcerate these criminal defendants. All constitutional law enforcement officers worldwide are being served, starting with the Interpol and the constitutional law enforcements in every one of the 194 member nations under writs of mandamus, ordering them to carry out their duties to arrest and incarcerate these criminals, confidants, or unlawful and genocidal acts in connection with the WHO pandemic preparedness response and changes to the international health regulations. Tribunal writs of mandamus is defined as the lawful term. Writ of mandamus refers to an order by a court to a lesser government official to perform an act required by law, which he has refused or neglected to do. This type of court order is a remedy that may be sought if a governmental agency, public authority, or corporation in service of the government fails or refuses to do its public or statutory duty. This has been ordered by the tribunal under Article 6, Genocide, and 7, Crimes Against Humanity of the International Criminal Code. List of criminal defendants. Get this. 2009 to 2023, lockstep vaccination, genocidal pandemic, criminal conspiracy, including and not limited to individually and collectively, Bill and Melinda Gates individually and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, World Health Organization and officers, directors, employees, and agents, Tedros ad hominem, I can't read that name, WHO Director General Anthony Stephen Fauci, World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, and officers, directors, employees, and agents, Michael Bloomberg, David Rockefeller Jr., Warren Buffett, George Soros, Ted Turner, Oprah Winfrey, Rockefeller Foundation, Global Business Network, Peter Schwartz, Chairman, GBN. Convicted vaccination, genocidal pandemic, and neural monitoring governmental executive defendants. Xi Jinping, General Secretary of the Communist Party, Vladimirovich Putin, President of the Russian Federation, Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America, Joseph R. Biden, 46th President of the United States of America, Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, Boris Johnson, Matt Hancock, U.S. Secretary of State for Health, the Crown Corporation and all of its subsidiaries, including and not limited to Serco, Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, Scott Morrison, Prime Minister of Australia, Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand. They name off a whole bunch, all of the leaders. 194 members of the nation and all the leaders plus some. Convicted genocidal vaccination entities: Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, the Pirbright Institute. Now this video here is 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I won't play it for you. Well, we got a little bit of time here. I'm actually going faster than I thought I was. Hello, Dream Demons. How are you? Welcome to the show. Oh, look at that burger. You guys are making me hungry putting all the food on here. I had to walk home from school because I wasn't allowed to ride the bus. Why? Because I'm not black. True story. Seriously, Adam? That sucks. That's other white people do a double take every time they see me cutting grass. Let them. You can give them the old number one. Just tell them that you're married to a Mexican. That doesn't seem to matter. Bulls like to use their nose to lift the fence. The ring helps to stop that. Doesn't work very well, though. Hogs, male pigs, on the other hand, use their nose to dig. The ring stops them fairly well. Why would you want to stop them from doing that? Unless it's in a certain area you don't want them. Ivan is this cute. Okay. Sandwichesonly.com. That's cute. The Donald hold the mustard. Thank you, Zero Die Loser. Welcome to the show. Trying to pay attention to everybody here. And we'll actually have time to watch that video. Now, I'm not going to get a copyright strike for playing that video, am I? That new one, Trump one or something. Affirmative action is racism. I agree. I agree. I agree. In fact, Jesse. I can't remember this guy. Jesse Peterson. He actually had some people on his show and talked to them about affirmative action, and asked them, did it do anything for you, or how did you get it, and all of that, and how do you feel about being put ahead of people that actually worked harder for it than you just because of your skin color. She was all for it and everything like that, but the thing is she really didn't do that much with it. According to him, according to the thing. And she was talking, I'm entitled. And he's like, why? Because you're black? Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah. Peterson? Is it Peterson? You guys know who I'm talking about. Sombrero basketball cap, just don't cut it anymore. Oh, for your lawn mowing excursions. So, all right, let's see. Here's another one. Actually, this is a whole kind of stream about this here. Breaking news, 237-page international tribunal verdict and order was sent from the U.S. to the WHO. Joseph R. Biden, Trudeau, Tedros, King Charles, and many other defendants to immediately cease and desist criminal conspiracy to commit war crimes. So, what do y'all think about that? You think anything will come of it? According to this guy Pascal Najadi from Switzerland, he's the one that's actually filing this, I believe. Swiss criminal COVID case against Swiss president. Okay, he's filing it for the Swiss. I'm not sure. That one's 8. Truth, justice, it's part of truth. Tribunal has no authority whatsoever against our wonderful king. I don't trust any military like Mark Milley, who sold out his president to the U.S.'s enemy, which he did. Wasn't he the one that warned or would warn China if Trump decided to do anything, and then kept the balloons from him because they were afraid that Trump was going to overreact? You know, he was the boss. He was the one that was supposed to be in charge of this stuff. Who died and left these people in charge of this stuff? How dare they? How dare they go against it? I mean, all of these people need to be actually arrested and tried for treason. The Americans, anyway, that they are naming. Except for Trump. I don't know. I don't understand. Although Trump, like I say, he went along with it when it all happened and everything like that. And he actually did. Now, he stopped doing it now, but I think it's because of the fact that it's the optics right now, especially since we found out so much as we have about these vaccinations and everything like that. He's calmed down on that, but he bragged about that for the longest time, and he was the one that actually supposedly got them to put it in place right before he got out of office. So I'm actually not surprised that they're including him in this. And frankly, don't get me wrong, I love the man and everything, but he didn't do anything to fight against it. He went ahead and said, hey, let's close everything down. He listened to the Fauci. He listened to the NIH. He listened to the experts and the science. In fact, it got to the point where it was so bad, if he even asked any kind of questions, they started making fun of him. Oh, he doesn't know this. He's telling people to inject bleach and blah, 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 blah. It's like, really? So, yeah. Space Cowboy says you should contact them. Or, no, Space Pirate Yvonne. Contact what? Oh, I see. Zero Die Loser! Thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Let me find it. Alright. Don't forget you can also join my monthly, if you guys can't ever be here or something like that. Buy me a milkshake. That's my what is it, my club or whatever you call it. I don't really have anything exclusive or anything like that. It's just that, you know, if you want to keep me going and everything like that, and you don't feel like doing it manually every month or anything like that. In fact, I've got 3 members in my Buy Me a Milkshake here on Odysee. I don't plan on doing any monetization with YouTube. Screw them. In fact, it sounds to me like Rumble's going to take over soon when it comes down to doing these things, because I see now that they've changed. When I actually went on here to go live on Rumble this time, it gave me a bunch of choices to tell you guys what my show was going to be about tonight on here. I guess I don't know if it's a hashtag or whatever like that, but it's 2 drop-down menus. And there was everything from funny entertainment to they actually named a bunch of games by name. I mean, there was a huge how-tos, all of that. So actually, they're courting all of the things that you see on YouTube right now. Like I say, some of the how-tos, the planting, the gardening, all of this stuff. They're courting all of that stuff, which is great. That's fantastic. And of course, I'm pretty sure that what is his name? Steven Crowder. I'm pretty sure Steven Crowder is going to help with that too. That's his new home now with the Mug Club or whatever it is like that. Has he done it? Has he done any show? Oh, no. He's actually starting shows, I think, this next Monday coming up, or the Monday after that. Sometime at the end of March, I do believe. Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay, I was right. Jay, the black dude. He's the black dude. He actually, one of the reasons why I enjoy him is he told his story about the fact that when he was in the military, I think this was him, he was in the military and he absolutely hated the white man, and always tried to stay away from him and always trying to get him in trouble and trip him up and do all these things to them in the military. And something happened to where he was doing something and he was pinned down like under a freezer or something like that. And white men were the ones that came to help him. And for some reason or another, it jolted him out of his hatred. And then he started doing research and things like that, and basically saw that, he shouldn't have felt that way, and the other way around shouldn't be feeling that way either, except for the fact that he also sees how much special treatment that his folks get, which he doesn't think is fair. But he also doesn't like it because of the fact that it doesn't give them he feels that it doesn't give them the impetus or the desire to go out and learn and do and figure this shit out and get smarter and improve themselves on their own. He doesn't like that, which I can appreciate that. I wouldn't want that for anybody. That's what actually America's all about. Going out there and grabbing your ring, doing your thing, grabbing your ring and getting your success and making your mark. I mean, look at the guy, even though we don't watch the Grammys or what was it, the Oscars or whatever it was. The Oriental kid that used to be in the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, he got up there and said, "This is the American dream. Here I am. I was a refugee. I came from nothing. We had to stay in different places, and I went all the way from absolutely nothing when I came here to here I am standing here, one of the best in the business." He even said, "You can only do that in America." I'm actually surprised he didn't get canceled for that. But I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way it should be. Buy LDG milkshake. Yes, thank you. God damn, that's a pretty fucking good milkshake. Thank you. That's a good meme right there. I always wanted one of those milkshakes. I like milkshakes. I can't do coffee, and I couldn't think of anything. I wanted to be different than everyone else. I don't really drink tea or anything like that. I don't go to Starbucks or any of that shit. So, so a milkshake is great. That works out. And I didn't see anybody else do it. I don't want to be like anybody else. How do you yell in an email? Oh, I guess, what is that? Oh, all caps? Let's see. Okay, I got just about enough time to do some more levity here. Oh, wait. Let's see. I promised we would go over this Natasha Owens. Come on. Come up. I have so many windows open. Natasha Owens presents Trump won 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Fulton County were counted more than once.
I bet he took New York and carried California as well. He's done it twice before, and he's gonna win again for the third time in 2024. Trump won and you know it. Trump won and you know it. Fox News won't even show it. It's true. Trump won and you know it. Trump won and you know it. If there's a lie, you're gonna throw it. It's true. Trump won and you know it. I know it, you know it, we know it, they know it. Everybody knows Trump won. I know it, you know it, we know it, they know it. Everybody knows Trump won. I know it, you know it, we know it, they know it. Everybody knows Trump won.
Actually, I'm surprised. Oh, just something funny came to my head. You know how Trump does? He dances like this. I'm actually surprised somebody hasn't put like a towel or a string or something that's going through his ears, like he's flossing his brain. Because he does that all the time, and it's actually what it looks like. It looks like he's flossing his brain. I know, I'm weird. But that's why you love me. Right? Right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't, right? Okay. Alright. Any Bugs Bunny fan lovers out there? I know most of you guys are. I know I am. Someone modernized it for a mature audience. Warning, if you have any children around, this is explicit language, but it's freaking hilarious. Check it out.
Come on, motherfucker. You heard what the boss said. Now give me the script. What the fuck? Here. Well, you're dumb as fuck, guy. Little bitch-ass rabbit shot me in the face. Fuck off, man. I guess I'll smoke this motherfucker myself. All right, where the fuck are they, rabbit? They ain't in the fucking stove, Don. I got a feeling they're in the fucking stove. If it was in here, when I turn this bitch on, Don? You might, motherfucker. You might. Yeah, I light this bitch on fire. To prove it, Don. Fuck this shit. Okay, no. Take us to jail. We did it. We did it. Take us in right. Come
on. Let's see. Well, I love you too, Drunken Rocky. Oh, Rocky. Actually, I love all of you guys. I'm commanded to, remember. Don't mess with me, though. Alright. Good joke. Haven't seen Big Duke in a while, but that's a funny joke. You'll like this. Again, age appropriateness.
This guy woke up in the middle of the night from a terrible toothache. He said, oh my God. His wife said, listen, in the morning, you need to go get that tooth pulled. He said, man, you know I want to, but I can't stand them needles. She said, well, that's on you. Man, later throughout that day, man, his tooth hurt so bad, he finally went to the dentist. When he got there, the dentist took an x-ray, looked at it. He said, man, that thing all the way down to your roots. I got to pull that ASAP. He said, let me get this needle and numb you. The man said, no needles. I can't stand needles. The dentist said, man, that thing going to hurt when I pull it. He said, I don't care, man. He said, well, let me get this gas mask and put you to sleep. He said, no. That make me feel like I'm suffocating, man. Just pull the tooth. The dentist said, well, do you have a problem with taking pills? The man said, no. He said, okay, I'm going to give you this Viagra. The man said, what? I didn't know Viagra help with pain. The dentist said, don't. But it'll give you something to hold on to when I pull that tooth. This guy woke up in the middle.
How many guys out there have your dentist give you Viagra? I guess if you don't like needles or you don't want gas, ask your dentist for Viagra if you have to pull a tooth. Zoot Suit Cooter says, check out the cartoons Prostitute Mickey. Okay. Maybe later. Let's see. Let's see what's next. What do I got next here? And oh, okay. I might be able to show you that too. I actually haven't looked at that one. This last one will be this here is, let's see, last word of advice brought to you by the World Economic Forum. Check it out.
Welcome to the World Economic Forum's training video for new Ministry of Truth hires. It's all in the delivery. In this lesson, you will learn how to make horrible things sound normal. Digital IDs. Never say the words surveillance, control, or social credit systems. Instead ask, wouldn't it be nice to have the freedom to leave home without your wallet? Unpeopling. Rather than use the word depopulation or overpopulation, say freeing up traffic. Pose the question, wouldn't the earth be beautiful without all of these people in the way? Perhaps you could finally get a table at that tapas restaurant you've been wanting to try. Yum! 15-minute cities. Don't say words like segregated neighborhoods or discriminatory policing of public spaces. Instead say, creates a healthy buffer between races and classes. This video has been brought to you by Soylent Steaks. Soylent Steaks, for the elite cannibal with a conscience. Welcome.
Yeah, with a conscience. Good night, Limited Access. Thank you for being here. Show's almost over anyway, so you won't miss that much. Let's see. Bugs Bunny meets Scarface. Yeah. Okay. Hear me out. I visited and we go. Oh, okay. You guys are fighting in the comments again. Okay. As I was finishing up, and I got about 6 minutes left here. Terrence Williams posted this. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was actually busy, but I saved it just in case I had time. So let's all blind react to whatever this is that Terrence Williams posted. He said he came out as straight to his parents. Their reaction: don't eat or drink while watching. So everybody, swallow everything now. Here we go. Oh, gotta turn the sound on.
I'm dating someone.
What's his name?
Her name is Sarah. I'm straight.
Okay.
What did you just say?
No, let's not.
No,
let's
Carol,
just calm-
what did you just say?
I'm
He
straight.
said he's straight, so let's just all read through this.
No son of mine
Okay.
will be straight.
Here's the thing: when you're young, you experiment.
You don't-
And
yeah,
there's
this is
things
a
that you-
phase.
I love you, no matter. Honey.
No, I'm not doing this.
Okay. What do you think of Celine Dion? Are you just done with her?
I don't know.
He doesn't know about Celine Dion anymore.
God, I don't even know about her anymore.
You know, maybe you're just not a bottom.
Yeah, sweetheart. You should just try one time being a top. Tonight we will all sit on the couch. We'll watch. What should we watch? We'll watch
Hairspray.
Hairspray. We can, as a family, just scroll through Grindr.
He's our son. He's not my son.
He just.
I wonder if that was a spoof or a play or something. That's terrible. How dare you? Space Pirate Yvonne. Well, thank you so very much for the donation. He says, here's what I heard with Laura the Goddess. Now I am a monthly milkshake member. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. You get one of these? Ah, that didn't kill the headphone wearers this time. Thank you so very much. And of course, I appreciate everybody, each and every one of you out here. Even if you just shared it to somebody or anything like that, help us all grow. Whenever I see something coming up, I try to share it on my Twitter. I don't do a lot of posting. I try to share it. I watch it, and of course, I try to interact as well. I'm not at the computer as much as I used to be. I still get time sometimes to do videos on Saturday. I've got one for you this Saturday. Working on one for you this Saturday. Hope I make it. I'm off this Saturday, so I might get a chance to watch somebody's shows on Saturday. I'm usually at work on Saturdays. And Saturdays are usually the best day for shows, too, so... that movie was horrendous, but it was like an accident. You can't take your eyes off. It was horrifying, but you couldn't take your eyes off, especially when he got big and fat after he lost the game or lost the gym. Actually, he had 2 movies that were like that. No, wait a minute. One of them was he liked to stick his meat on his pizza. And I mean that literally. No, actually, I don't have any mods on here unless Pastor Shadley is still here. So, but thank you for becoming a member of my milkshake club as well. If I can grow and get bigger and things slow down more, I can get more time on the computer and everything like that. Maybe I'll be able to do some stuff just for my members soon or something like that. It's something I'll have to plan on. Something like that. I have to make plans for all of that stuff. Mod me. I thought I actually had modded you here. Add as a moderator. Okay, you are modded. Thank you, Space Pirate Yvonne. I actually feel honored because you also mod for Salty, so that's pretty cool. Are you modded? Did it work? Assign this user to moderate. Okay. There you go. Yep. There you go. Space Pirate Yvonne has now been knighted moderator of one of my channel. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you wanting to do that. I know how busy you are. I think, let's see, who else? I think 451 Actual is a mod. And I know that Pastor Shadley is a mod. In fact, he actually asked me to mod him because I had Chorky on this channel at one point. Months and months and months ago. So, and he wanted to take care of that. Alright, Adam. You got to behave yourself, though. Alright, Adam. Adam is now a mod. You have now been crowned, or knighted mod. Alright. Actually, I appreciate that because actually I have been growing and stuff. Nobody bothers me yet. Although after this show, we might be having some problems. You know, you saw what happened to the poor Muslim lady, and I'm on her side. And you see what's happening. So, I'll let you guys know. I already know that when I let you guys know in the pond and everything like that, I've actually been harassed once or twice, and I've let people know, and they go and do dog piles sometimes, or at least tell these people, hey man, leave my bitch alone. So I appreciate y'all. I love you guys to death and everything like that. I appreciate y'all being here. Adam, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Okay, yep, that's about it for me right now. Don't forget to support all the folks on Rougaroo's interactive schedule. Rougaroo, Not Me B, and Oomtown's interactive schedule. Read all the news on there. Hey guys, my only suggestion is to try and find some funny stuff to put on there too. We need some comedy. We need some comic relief on that news channel, that RSS feed. There's got to be something. Be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky show right after I sign off. Let me know if you guys want me to cover anything. You can email me. Don't forget, this is a call-in talk show. Share, so people will call in. That's the one thing I need to grow a little bit on is people calling in. I know you love to hear my voice, but I'm doing this show for you guys. Alright, so again, let me know if there's something you want me to cover, something you want my opinion on, something you actually want to see me do a video on, too. I'm always open to suggestions, and I have a lot of opinions. You guys know that. Alright, I appreciate every one of you. I thank you guys all for being here on Rumble, on YouTube, and on Odysee. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the calls. Don't forget to send me your clips and commercials for my show or yours. God bless you all, and God bless America. I wish you all love, health, peace, and music. Until next time, AMF.